On this week's episode, we talk about Ghostbusters Afterlife.
And other pop culture news.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Do I believe in ghosts?
Yeah, do you believe in ghosts?
I do believe. How is that X-Files poster?
The truth is out there?
No.
I don't know. I never watched the X-Files.
I do believe. Anyways, we just saw Ghostbusters Afterlife, and Afterlife is a very appropriate name. I was really curious about it with some of the trailers.
Sure.
I assumed some things, but I honestly didn't think they would go the route they did, but they did very well.
They did. Are we doing a spoiler alert? Or are we gonna leave it?
Let's there's a lot of cool surprises in the movie.
Yeah, actual surprises. They did a great job with the trailers of teasing like kind of the premise and introducing some characters, but like all the good stuff they left out.
Yeah,
it's unusual and awesome.
And so this one's gonna be spoiler free. So we just saw the movie. The movie is like barely out. It's officially out Friday, so in a couple hours. But so we're not gonna spoil for you. But we're gonna talk about some of the stuff we liked and our impressions.
Yeah.
So.
I loved it. I feel like they did something that's very difficult to do. They made a movie that was like legitimately new and creative and worth watching in and of itself, while still really honoring and paying homage to the first two.
Yeah, and this story connects straight to the story of the first movie.
Yes.
And it goes back to some of the stuff that happens there, not only the origin and the rise of the Ghostbusters, but some of the threats they have to deal with.
Yeah, the soundtrack I thought was just masterful. They were different composers, but it's clear that this composer spent a lot of time listening to the original, brought back a lot of the same themes, a lot of orchestration. The whole movie, I mean, not just the score, but really the whole movie feels like an 80s movie. Some of the format, some of the jokes, all that.
And it's talking about the music is done by a different guy, but he used the original themes and variations of it, but in a very, very nice and creative way. It's it's really nice. It doesn't feel forced or this now we're gonna put the banana, just to tease people. No, he used everything from the originals, but in a very nice, creative way.
Yeah.
So as the rest of the movie, the entire movie is well done. From the trailers, we know both teasers, trailers, all the information from the marketing. We know that this family is moving to the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma. And there's a mother and two children, a boy and a girl, and they move into a house that used to belong to her father that recently passed away. And when she gets there, she meets Janine from the original movies. She was a secretary.
Yes.
She tells them that your father could barely keep the lights on, and the house is a mess.
It's bad.
And in the middle of the mess, the kids somehow find Ghostbusters stuff, and a trap, a proton pack, Ecto 1, jumpsuit with the name Spangler, and through the trailer we see them using that. And so there's a threat. We see Paul Rudd's character talking about how a town in the middle of nowhere, not close to any fault line, right? Or volcano or whatever, it like shakes every day. And well, that's what we got from the trailer. Obviously, there's ghosts involved.
There are.
And this kid's gonna get the the stuff from their elders and bust ghosts, but there's like a lot more to it,
Yeah.
My impression from the trailer was, okay, somehow Spangler moved to the country and got their house, and his stuff is there. Janine married him because she is in a trailer, and they had kids, and he died, and the kids come back to take over the stuff.
Yeah.
But there's like a lot more to
There's
it.
so much more.
It's so good how the trailer gives you impressions, and not so much false impressions, but it's like only the tip of the iceberg.
It really is. And that iceberg has like all of the something that's fun about Ghostbusters for me, and why I think it's remained a classic, is it's very silly and comedic, but then there's moments of like real emotion, real heart, and also some pretty serious peril, and it does a good job building from that, and they did that successfully here. There's the funny stuff, Paul Rudd, we could just end the comedy there, but then that iceberg just goes down so deep. There's so much heart and pathos and emotion in this story, and things get bad. As Phoebe says in the trailer, it's the apocalypse. Maybe.
What's the rating for the movie?
That's a great question. I don't remember.
PG-13?
Probably. It is. Yep. Yeah, it's PG-13.
So it's fun for the entire family. It's even though it's PG-13. I guess what makes the movie not PG-13? There's no language.
No, there isn't. I mean, maybe the peril.
Nudity.
But was there?
I mean, there's a moment where characters, I guess they kiss only, right? They don't show more than that.
Yeah, maybe it's just like the peril and the ghosts and
really?
stuff.
I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, if it's because of the peril, I mean, there's some stuff that could be a little bit scary because, ghosts and monsters. And I guess they have a little bit more than what would make PG. Yeah. But it's definitely, I would watch with my young girls. It's safe. It's it's
if your kids can handle, like,
I guess here
ghosts and monsters.
They tell you why some violence and gore, profanity. So it's all these are on the yellows. They're not on the reds. So
it says it's PG-13 for supernatural action and some suggestive references.
So
which little kids wouldn't even get. So if your kids can handle, like, monsters and ghosts, and
there's ghosts. Some ghosts are dead people, so there might be something. I guess there's some scenes that would be impressionable for kids. Like when stuff moves by them, it's like inanimate objects move in front of your eyes. It might create something in the kids. So
it took me a very long time to like Ghostbusters at all, because I watched the original when I was like 7. Totally freaked me out. I thought it was terrible. Granted, I'm also the kid who was horrified by Scooby-Doo, so I recognize that I'm like not coming from a great place here. But just know, if your kid is like that, maybe this isn't a good one for them. Yeah, sure. There's kids and kids. I'm pretty sure there's kids that watch zombie movies and think they're funny, which they are. Anyways. Ghostbusters Afterlife. Just one quick service, public service. There are post-credit scenes. Yes. And they are very good. Yes. Stay until the very end. Yeah, stick around. It's, the future of the franchise might depend on it. You staying there. Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. Some good tease. Some good. The very last one is actually more than a tease. It's actually a long one. It's more than a what they call it,
not a cliffhanger. Stingers. More than the quick stinger is an actual scene with a flashback scene. So I'm not gonna say anything else. Just stick around and see it. Ghostbusters Afterlife. It's available. It's
in theaters.
out in theaters nationwide, global wide maybe. I don't know. I mean, if it's not in our country yet, it might be soon. And we highly recommend. It's fun. It's everybody is great in the movie. I don't feel like anybody was unnecessary or anybody was or they're forcing any message. Which still they might, with metaphors, with good metaphors, that you can do like great things. But if they did in this one, it was very creatively. It doesn't make you feel that you're being preached. And it's very nostalgic. You play on nostalgia from the old movies. Yeah. And there's a nostalgic and story connections to those.
Yeah.
And
it's really lovely. Oh, the effects. I know we're like not talking about that at all. But I was just so delighted at how many practical effects they used. I feel like the little thing that connected them to the old one too. Mm-hmm. Like anyways, just every part of this movie I thought was really well done.
Oh, the sound design to hear the product pack going.
Yeah.
I can't make the sound properly. But
we know.
To hear the actor.
Oh, that horrible siren.
Those sounds. It's it was something that 30 plus years. We waited to.
It's
the
been a long time.
Yes, it's Ghostbusters too.
Yeah.
Anyways, go check it.
Go see it if you get the chance.
Ghostbusters Afterlife with Paul Rudd, McKenna, Rosenblood, whatever.
Grace, I think.
Grace. Wolfhard.
Finn Wolfhard.
And many other great people, including Paul Rudd. The sexiest man alive.
What?
Yeah.
Babe, I thought that was you.
I don't know who was the drunk people that put him there, but again, 2021, I don't know.
Doesn't he have a thing where he's like, who would have thought? You and I here. Yeah. Who would have thought?
Yes.
Not me. But good for him.
Yeah, it's good for him. He's not ugly, but the sexiest man alive, when you have, I don't know, I don't want to mention Pretty Man for protection of my reputation and masculinity. Yeah. Anyways, congratulations to Paul Rudd.
Yes.
Sexiest man alive. So.
Yeah. Good time to be Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
It's a good time to be Paul Rudd. All right. We also watched Finch this week.
Finch, the new Apple movie starring Americans Dead, Tom Hanks.
Mm-hmm.
Both. You're not gonna say anything about Ghostbusters, but both are very. I felt like very family movies. You can watch with the family. Has family meanings and family topics and feel good movies.
Yeah, man, I felt good. I still feel good after Ghostbusters. And you're saying that about Finch too.
Yeah, both. From both.
Yeah, I would agree. So this one is Finch stars Tom Hanks, post-apocalyptic, and he builds a robot.
And he's living the apocalypse through the chaos of the apocalypse with this new robot friend. And it's funny because Jeff. It's funny because
wait, are we spoiling?
Should we? No, not light spoilers.
Okay.
So, light spoilers. I'm not even gonna put spoiler alert because very light. But one of the impressions to me is a movie with Tom Hanks, right? Like coming up next summer, Tom Hanks. You can almost hear Maggie Ryan. It's a what kind of character he will be. And in this movie is interesting because not learning anything from his past, but the way he acts, like from first scene, he's kind of like rougher version of Tom Hanks. He's kind of like, and watching the rest of the movie, you're gonna understand why is that. For instance, one thing is the robot. Throughout the movie, the robot is like a kid trying to gain his respect, his love, his friendship, and he constantly trying to distance himself from the robot, from Jeff.
Yeah, it is a really different character. He says and does things that aren't like super lovable. Not that he's a bad guy or anything, but maybe not totally America's dad.
Yeah, and I love that they cast him because it throws you a curveball. You know, you expected this cast to be Tom Hanks, to be the guy that brought the Apollo 13 back to Earth, to be the guy that saved Private Ryan. You know, the guy that went to the top of the volcano. And what else? Great things Tom Hanks did in movies. You know, and you're expecting, you know, like the apex of human honor character. You know, on a character coming from him. I don't think he ever did a villain.
I think there's a Coen Brothers film.
Yeah.
Where he plays the villain.
the old
I never
ladies.
actually saw it.
Old ladies murder. Right? Old ladies killer.
Honestly, I don't remember.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
I never saw it.
Oh, but that's like it's so comedic in character. There's like it's like that character he does in SNL, the pumpkin guy. Yeah, it's almost to that level. Yeah, sure, but like seriousness.
Well, Woody has some pretty dark moments in the first one.
Who?
Woody. In Toy Story.
Oh, okay.
Woody's pretty dark.
Yeah, that's
he
right.
He comes around. He has a good redemption. Healing arc.
That's not Tom Hanks. That's a doll.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah.
They just sound so much alike.
Like Tom Hanks, yeah. Anyways, for me, I thought it was really nice because if it was any other actor, it could come with a baggage. It doesn't need to be an actor that always does bad guys, but an actor that did once a bad guy. You know, you already feel like that antagonizing Jeff. I was like, okay, this guy's bad. When there's like way more to it.
Yeah, it's a really like nuanced and complex character, kind of like how human beings are. And I appreciated that. And he is an actor, as we know from Castaway. He is a kind of actor who can carry a film. In this one, he does have Jeff to act against, but really it's him. He's the only person we really spend any time with on screen. And on the surface,
the dog.
Well, okay, yeah, there's a dog. But on the surface, this is Castaway meets WALL-E. But there's so much else going on underneath. And I feel like there's like kind of a category of movies that have kind of exciting or intriguing settings that have nothing to do with like what the movie's actually about. So like how Signs isn't actually an alien movie. Or I can't think of other examples right now. But I feel like this isn't really a post-apocalyptic movie. This is like a human
redemption.
Father-son redemption.
Yeah.
Deal with your baggage.
Yeah,
type movie. And it just has this setting as to make that all like palatable and interesting and
even a coming of age.
Yeah.
Because
totally.
Jeff he's this
AI starting from scratch, and
it's a little boy learning about life, about humanity, and Pinocchio
and himself. Sure, definitely
right?
Pinocchio. Yeah. So lots of elements from other really good stories that come together here.
Real good. Apple TV scored another one with Tom Hanks. They did it before.
Yes.
It's really great if you have Apple TV Plus. Keep forgetting that that's just two different Apple TVs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is Apple TV Plus.
Yeah.
It's worth a watch.
You should check. What's the rating?
That's a good question. I can't remember what the language is like.
There's a little bit
it's
of violence.
Also PG-13.
Is it? Okay.
Yep.
There's a little bit of violence.
Some brief violence.
Mm-hmm.
There's very little profanity. There's some intense scenes. There's not really any violence or anything, though. So.
Okay.
But they do talk about some heavy topics.
Yeah.
And it's not really one that would be, say, engaging to the average child.
Yeah.
So.
But it's a good one.
Yeah.
Worth watching. Mm-hmm. We recommend. So that's where we watch movies. The movies we watched this week. Did you watch any other show you want to talk about?
We've started some shows, but I don't think we finished. We started Shrink Next Door, which I think we'll talk about later.
We're going to talk about later.
Yeah, but so far, hot dang, that's interesting.
Yeah, it is. It's based on a real story.
Yeah.
So, we're curious to see what the heck's going to happen.
Because right now, I don't know.
Yeah.
Also starring Paul Rudd.
Yes.
Good for him.
In the 80s.
Yeah.
And Will Ferrell, he's great. He's great on it. And this week you're gonna finish the season of Morning Show.
Yes.
Soon, probably tonight. No, tomorrow. He's out tomorrow. And the Foundation. So we're gonna talk about that next week.
Okay.
And Supergirl, but there's nothing to talk about. Supergirl is the same crap that it was the season before and the season before. Anyways, so what else?
Oh, there's the Armageddon crossover happening now.
Yes.
On CW.
We should talk about a little bit more about that, but there was only one episode. And
but just know that's happening.
Yeah.
So.
But it didn't expand enough. I think it's not going to expand enough. I think all the other CW crossovers, they're not even calling crossover, they're calling an event. So it's gonna be 5 episodes of The Flash. So I think different than the crossovers that they have all the characters together fighting a threat. I think on these 5 episodes, each episode's gonna have one of those characters, and you already saw one.
Yeah.
They call it an event, I guess, to call people's attention. But it's like it's what TV shows do. It's like
Here's the best episode of The Flash all season, which is an extremely low bar. But anyways.
Yeah.
All right, should we go to news?
Yes.
Okay. There's a lot going on. We've had a ton of announcements for shows, movies, and casting. So first, let's talk about Roadhouse.
Roadhouse gonna get a remake, a classic 80s. I'm pretty sure it's 80s. 80s movie with Patrick Swayze. He's gonna get a remake with
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay. Yeah. We'll see. He's a great actor.
He is. He's been doing some very interesting things.
I mean, why do a remake for Roadhouse? I think it's kind of a waste of his talent, but we'll see. Maybe it's gonna be.
Maybe
great.
they'll do something different with it, or I don't know, spiff it up. Anyway, Hulu is working on a new Predator movie that'll come out next year.
With a very, very appropriate name for a prequel for Predator. It's called Prey. Really? Yeah.
Interesting.
There's a picture already out on the internet. And it's, the Predator has potential. It has some pretty good movies. It has some even more interesting books. Not books, comic books. I mean books. Oh. Okay. The books they fought Batman, they fought Superman, they fought... That's right. They have crossovers. And it's a pretty interesting universe that could be expanded. So let's see what happens before Schwarzenegger met them and get to the chopper! Yeah.
Okay. John M. Chu, I should say, is working on an adaptation of Oh, the Places You'll Go for Bad Robot. That's a Dr. Seuss book that's very popular graduation gift. Confession, I haven't read it.
Is it? Oh, okay. I never read it too. So.
It's a...
I didn't know it was a popular gift.
It is. It shows up in bookstores like April, May.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's happening. Here's a pairing. I never saw this coming. Cate Blanchett and Ben Stiller are working on a movie together.
Yeah, it's the Adventure. What's it called?
The Champions.
The Champions. I think it's an old TV show. If am I correct?
Yeah, this is it's excuse me. The Champions is a 1960s ish sci-fi spy show.
Okay.
Kind of sounds a little bit like Mission Impossible.
Oh, it is. In that
which
time
was a TV show around the same time.
I mean, the that kind of show was very popular on TV, or if not on radio. That's a very interesting. It can go full on fiction, but you can swing a little to reality. Especially during Cold War times. And these days you can find other enemies to deal with. But Ben
Stiller, it's a genre that is very compelling.
Yeah, but Ben Stiller is also directing this one.
Okay. Good for him. And producing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I look forward to that. I am a Ben Stiller fan. I don't see Cate Blanchett fitting into this at all. This will be, I think, will be a different side. Of her.
We'll see.
But we'll see. We'll see. Another remake is coming from Paramount Plus. They've ordered a Fatal Attraction.
Yes, with Liz Kaplan. Lizzie or Liz? Lizzie.
Lizzie's what we've got written down.
Lizzie Kaplan, yeah. Lizzie Kaplan, that is not coming back for the Party Down, the show about those guys that go work on parties with a bunch of very funny people.
Yeah.
Gonna get a revival on Hulu, I think, too. And
Stars.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's coming back, but she's not. I guess because she's busy.
Yeah.
But Adam Scott, Dan Marino, and people from the Guilford from Silicon Valley, can't remember his name, but the doctor from Children's Hospital. Yeah. Adam Scott was in Parks and Recreation. Mm-hmm. Jane, tall lady.
Oh, Jane Lynch.
That's
right.
So, and among others. Yeah. So, fun show.
Mm-hmm.
They only had one season, so it's nice they're going to do it again. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, especially since all those actors have gone on to do so many other great things since then. All right. Paramount has moved back Transformers to 2023.
Yeah, wow.
So,
Beast Wars is going to be based on the...
Rise of the Beast.
It's going to be based on the animation. Beast Wars is like the Transformers that are animals that transform.
Oh, okay. I always got like really strong Power Rangers vibes.
From what?
From like the animals, like the whole giant robot animal thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's right. They have like...
I clearly didn't watch either show very much.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways. Let's see. Oh, over on what is this on Broadway? Annie Live? Is this like a TV production they're doing?
Yes.
Okay. So Jane Krakowski was supposed to play Megan Hilty, but no. She's supposed to play Lily St. Regis. Anyway, Jane Krakowski was supposed to be in it, but she's got COVID.
Yeah, a breakthrough case of COVID.
Yeah.
Which...
not an exciting breakthrough. This is a terrible breakthrough.
Yeah, which was explained that a breakthrough is a case of COVID that for someone that had a vaccine.
Yeah.
But if the vaccine doesn't protect you 100%, what's the point of calling breakthrough? Because we kind of expect to get, right? Anyways, she got COVID. She's going to be out of commission. I mean, at least for this production of Annie Live. Which
is too bad, because I would have loved to see her like in an actual musical.
Yeah, that's right. We always see her on pseudo musicals,
Yeah, or like where her singing voice is like kind of part of the joke, or
Tell me the truth, Roger. Oh, Roger. Yeah.
That's right, Roger. My muffin top is all that whole grain loaf. That is a bop, as the kids say. Anyway, so that's happening. Mel Gibson.
I'm happy for Mel Gibson. He's going to be on the new Continental show as a John Wick spin-off series. And he's also going to direct... Oh, he's going to be on a family action, family adventure movie we talked last week. And this week was announced that he's going to direct and star on Lethal Weapon 5. Lethal Weapon that was realmed by the great Richard Donner that passed away recently.
Yeah.
So he's going to take the realm and, try to honor him and, tell a nice story about those characters we know and love.
And hopefully answer the question, is he too old for this?
Oh, that's funny because on the first one, right?
Yeah.
He was the young guy.
Yeah.
And Danny Glover was, too old for this.
Yeah.
Now he's definitely getting on that.
He is.
Yeah.
You could argue.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to argue with the Lethal Weapon movie. I definitely used to make fun of those, but they are actually really fun.
Yeah. On the last one,
even when they're dumb, they're fun.
On the 4 Lethal Weapon 4, he became a father, so he has kids now. So in the next one, so he's a father.
It would make sense for him to step into the Danny Glover side.
Yeah, I wonder if Danny Glover is retired, because after so long, maybe he's finally retired.
I mean, he's been saying for 4 movies.
Yes, which is like
30 years ago.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Chris Rock was in the last one. He was a son-in-law. So we'll see if they're gonna switch, this generation gap.
Sure.
This dynamic between the old guy and the new guy.
I don't know. We'll find out. There was a huge fan interest in Levar Burton taking over Jeopardy hosting, and he didn't. That went to Mayim Bialik. Great choice. No complaints there. But he is going to be hosting a Trivial Pursuit game show.
Yeah. So, win-win.
It is. Nerds rejoice. I'm glad he's getting a piece of that pie. Huh?
I didn't get it.
Okay. In Trivial Pursuit, there's like a little wheel, and you put little triangles into it. And it looks like a pie. So you get a piece.
Good.
Yeah, I had to dig deep for that one. I don't know if it was. Okay. Let's keep going. The Grateful Dead are getting a biopic from Martin Scorsese in Apple TV Plus. And who have they cast as Jerry Garcia?
Jonah Hill.
Who totally looks like him.
And that's all we know for now. So, we'll see. Scorsese, he usually delivers. We'll see. Yeah,
and this band definitely has a lot of good stories to tell, even if they focus like just on Jerry or on the band itself or I don't know. There's a lot to look at there.
Yeah, talking about real characters, real quick. A couple images were posted for this new Hulu movie about Pamela Anderson and what's his book? Tommy Lee. So Sebastian Stan is gonna be Tommy Lee, and who is Pamela Anderson? But they went to a transformation. There's like you see pictures. They post pictures of the real characters, and I think there was a trailer that came out. That's what happened this week. Because the image we saw months ago, and at least visually they look very alike. We'll see how this story is with this crazy people stories. Gonna be talking about crazy people. A new season of Tiger King is out. Yeah.
So that's up on Netflix.
And we didn't see it, but we will see it.
Yeah.
And we will talk.
We will.
Because, Tiger King, there's a lot to talk about.
So crazy.
Hey, when you thought it was over.
While we're on the subject of comedies, Randall Park is going to be in a new Netflix comedy.
Yes. It's going to be, it's written by one of the Superstore writers, and is about this guy that works in the last Blockbuster store ever. So if you're afraid of losing your job, that guy was definitely concerned. Yeah. And the irony, the movie is produced by Netflix. So they killed them
Way to kick a guy while he's down.
Fun fact: Netflix offered offered a partnership to Blockbuster, and they said, "This is never gonna work."
Yeah.
And then later they tried their own service, but it was too late.
They did. I remember that. But the fall was pretty fast too.
Yeah.
Netflix caught on very quickly. Yeah. Oof. Okay, Netflix is also still actively working on their live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender series. I've been skeptical, but as they've been releasing casting announcements, this is just sounding better and better. So they've cast Paul Sun-Hyung Lee as Uncle Iroh. I think I've only seen him in is it called Convenience Store? There's a Canadian comedy series where he's a like kind of the patriarch of this Korean family, and he runs a convenience store. Anyway, he's going to be playing Uncle Iroh, which makes him the older brother to Daniel Day Kim's character, Fire Lord Ozai. And they've cast a few other Fire Nation characters like Admiral Zhao. You can see all that on our Instagram page. We've been posting those.
Yeah.
But it's looking really good.
The guy from Lost, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is the Fire Nation...
A couple guys from Lost.
Is the Fire Nation... Is all the Fire Nation Asian? They're all Asian, right?
I mean...
All every characters?
Hmm? It's a different planet. Like the continents don't line up with our continents.
Yeah, but
the Fire Nation and
visually,
Earth
visually, like they look like
Kingdom.
Asian.
Yeah, in the animation, yeah, I guess.
There's like black people, white people, red hair. There's people like that.
Kind of. I think the Earth Kingdom and Fire Nation definitely. Air nomads. Yeah, like culturally. I don't know. The animation's pretty vague.
Okay.
In terms of race.
Because
culturally, you can see like heavy cultural influences in terms of like
sure.
costumes and sets and all that stuff. But they're clearly going like heavy Korean for the Fire Nation.
Okay.
In this series. The casting looks fantastic. I'm into. Oh, they also cast Monkey Yatso, so we know there's going to be a lot of like air nomad.
Did they find a kid yet? Pung.
What?
Isn't his name Pung?
No, Aang.
Aang, yeah.
Yeah. That they announced a while ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
good.
It's looking good. We shall see. What happens there.
Okay.
And you should see the show.
I should.
Yeah.
I tried, but it wasn't on HD. It
was that hard for you?
It put me to sleep. Yeah, it's like some old shows. Especially because there's not a lot of action in the beginning, and slow resolution, and it was like okay. I'm
trying really hard not to think less of you for that.
Next,
but we'll get past this.
When they release them, at least on HD, I'll watch. Netflix should put on HD. Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, Downton Abbey, A New Era. This is the new movie coming from them. They released a teaser.
Yeah. They're going to France, right?
Yeah. To look into Lady Violet's mysterious past. Drama. And I guess they won't be at Downton Abbey very much.
Yeah.
They'll be somewhere else. Anyway. Okay. Apple TV Plus is working on a series called The Last Thing He Told Me. And it was supposed to star Julia Roberts, I guess?
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't remember the details. I hope she doesn't have a breakthrough case of anything.
Either way, Jennifer Garner is taking over. Oh no, Jennifer Garner.
Okay, Disney had this thing called Disney Plus, actually. Mm-hmm. Had this thing called Disney Plus Day. What was it? It was like they gave discounts if you want to subscribe, which is like Disney didn't. We talked about last week. They didn't reach the quota they want. They wanted.
That's right.
A lot more subscribers. They only had 2 million. Wow, how bad!
Only 2 million new subscribers.
Yes,
a lot more than 2 million people are subscribed.
Anyways, so they did this thing called Disney Plus Day, which they pretty much announced a lot of stuff and give some discounts for new subscribers, and a lot of the discounts, a lot of the among of the announcements, they have a lot of Marvel announcements, teasers for She-Hulk. We saw the Hulk. We saw the She-Hulk's butt, not butt, her back.
Yes.
We saw Moon Knight. Quick clips. We saw.
Which is definitely not Batman in a white outfit. No way.
Secret Invasion, which we saw one Samuel L. Jackson older, without the patch, the eye patch. Yeah, pretty much it, right? Yeah. Also, they announced X-Men 97 revival. New season for the classic 90s X-Men animation, so we'll see if I saw some of the samples of the animation. It looks good, so let's see if they have decent, at least decent writers. Yeah.
It should. It's theirs to lose. This is one that fans have been asking for and hoping for a while. So we shall see. They also gave us some first looks at the new Obi-Wan series, including teasing the return of Hayden Christensen.
Yeah, well, that's for sure. But there's some cryptic images, concept arts where we see one of the Inquisitors, one of the sisters from the Falling Order. So it connects the game to which we'll see.
Yeah, we will. I'm really excited for that one. There's rumors about a new Black Panther, especially with everything going on with Letitia Wright. Yeah,
Winston Duke is rumored to be the new Black Panther. But it was said that by executives that they would not recast Chadwick Boseman. There's like petitions, like online petitions, a lot of people asking to recast.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a terrible idea.
She's a sister. She could takes over. Winston Duke is a character from that universe.
Yeah.
We'll see. There's nothing clear.
Okay. Well, those are the rumors. Let's go over to HBO. HBO is working on HBO Max is working on a Harry Potter reunion show, and Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint are all signed on to reunite and have a chat.
Yeah. Sit
down. That'll be nice.
Talk about good old times. They just did one. I mean, it wasn't on TV, but they just had one for third Rock from the Sun. John Lithgow. The kid, what's the book? Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and the other guy, I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember all their names. Yeah. I can see their faces though.
But
it was a funny show. All right, and while we're with Harry Potter, the director of The Sorcerer's Stone actually wants to release his own 3-hour cut, which, drumroll please, includes Peeves, which is the most disappointing omission from the entire franchise. So the fact that they actually have shots.
Peeves. It's like everybody wants to see the girl. Come on.
Peeves is a dude. He's a poltergeist, and he's hilarious. And
I saw pictures of him.
Yeah, there have been pictures. I didn't know that there was any footage.
Oh, there's footage. If there's pictures, there's the shot.
Oh, you're not talking about like illustrations?
No. I saw actual photographies. Yeah.
Huh. Man, that makes me even madder that we never saw.
Yeah, no, because the footage exists. They just didn't use it.
What a bummer. Yeah. What a bummer.
Yeah.
So I hope this happens.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about some other news. That was a lot of announcements.
CBS Studio Center is to sell for $1.8 billion.
What is the Studio Center?
I think it's the studios they have in Los Angeles.
Huh.
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna keep using it, but like renting, pay to use. There's already real estate companies involved in interested in buying.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the meantime, remember good old Movie Pass? That was too good to be true, and like just totally fell apart, like crashed and burned. He's trying again.
Yeah, this guy bought whatever the company had left, and he's gonna try again next summer. And he said, "Yeah, this time it's gonna work." It's like, don't expect to be $10. It's not gonna be $10 a month, but it's gonna work. And let's see, maybe it's gonna be a decent price, and maybe it's gonna work this time.
Maybe
it was a interesting idea, interesting services.
It really was.
Too bad that yeah.
But it did inspire some of these other big theater chains to come up with their own clubs, which we really benefit from the Megaplex one.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, that's the other thing. I wonder if because of those, the different chains, and I was like, nah, we good.
Yeah, I mean,
it's different.
Yeah, it would have to be pretty good to beat what we've got going on right now. So,
yeah.
Anyways, Miramax is suing Quentin Tarantino over NFTs, which I don't get. It makes less sense to me than cryptocurrency.
Oh, it's like
But-
non-financial tokens. Is that called?
Or is it non-fungible?
Non-fungible tokens. It's like you buy this digital, or you acquire it somehow. I do
Yeah.
have some because DC gave some away during the DC fandom. It's like you acquire these digital properties. In the case of mine, it's like pictures, covers. One is Harley Quinn, one is Black Batman. And yeah, Miramax is suing him for using stuff in Pulp Fiction to sell those. But his lawyers came out the other day, said it's like, nah, they don't have a case.
Okay. So I guess this is another situation where like an artist or a creator doesn't necessarily have control over the content that they create.
Yeah.
Which is why...
Depends on the contract, but most of the time it's owned by the studios.
Yeah. This is why Taylor Swift is re-releasing albums. It's like a total power play on her part, and it's really smart. She just re-released Red. So, thoughts and prayers for Jake Gyllenhaal.
What?
Because there's like it's like a whole breakup album. There's a whole breakup song
Oh, she
about
had
him.
a thing with him?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Anyways, she re-released the album, so now she owns the masters, and it's all hers now, and not the original record companies.
Okay.
Yeah. So that anyway, if you're curious why, she's
Okay.
gonna re-release a few other albums.
Yeah.
For that purpose. Anyway, we talked about Red Notice last week. Their promotions are getting so good. I almost like their promotions better than I liked the movie. So Ryan Reynolds.
And you liked the movie.
I did. I did like the movie. It was a fun movie. His promotions are cracking me up. They've had some good ones on TikTok. And then this past week, Ryan Reynolds showed up with one of the eggs on Antique Roadshow and got it appraised.
That's hilarious.
It's so funny. Yeah, it's very good. So definitely check that out if you can.
Yeah, Red Notice, that was the biggest premiere of a movie on Netflix history. Like in the first day was like, poof, numbers went up. Anyways, not doing so good at the Star Wars movies. Rogue Squadron by Pat Jenkins in the trilogy that would be done by Rian Johnson were suspended, cancelled, shelved. They are not on the schedule anymore.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going to happen. But Kathleen Kennedy had her contract renewed for 3 more years. So we'll see what's going to happen.
Okay. I'm really bummed about the Patty Jenkins.
And I'm not bummed about Rian Johnson.
No, I have 0 tears to shed about that. Okay, the Spiderman trailer has like taken the nerdy side of the internet by storm. There's like Easter eggs and conspiracy theories and everything else. Any thoughts?
Yeah, there's for me like right out of the gate the extreme Flash vibes, because Otto Octavius, the bad guy, seems to be mentoring Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like what's his name? Wells.
Yeah.
What's his first name?
Harrison
Wells.
Yeah.
On the second season of The Flash. Also, there's a lot of MJ in an active duty, active working. It's like, which is very Iris, because they both red hair. I mean, in the book, Iris used to be red hair, but they both the girlfriend, the love interest, but no power, and no power, no responsibility. Anyways, and yeah, there's a lot. There's like there's scenes, and that bit that I showed you, that the lizard,
the lizard
is being punched.
Yeah.
On the theater trailer is.
It wasn't there. Yeah. I noticed that.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I was watching. I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
IMAX. Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah. So, but it looks good. We're definitely getting the vibes that we're gonna get more than one Spider-Man, and dealing with the multiverse. Sure, fine. That would be cool. That would be awesome to tie things together.
Yeah.
Tom Holland said this movie is serious. It's sad. He actually helped, and who knows how much help was actually that, but he helped to write the ending of the movie, and he's in the top of the news. He was on GQ magazine this week, and on the interview,
that's right. He's got a whole 80s photo shoot.
Yeah, on the interview he said, if I'm Spider-Man after I'm 30, I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
So I don't know how old he is, but his run's gonna be limited.
Which I think is a good call.
Which in his case it is, because in 10 years he's gonna look probably the same, and we need a Spider-Man that grows up, gets older, ages. So Michael Keaton the other day said that, plus all the villains we saw in the trailer, he said that he would start shooting Vulture scenes soon. So for this movie, for some other movie.
It seems kind of late to still be shooting for this movie, but I don't know.
That's right. The movie comes out next week.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So better get cracking.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to British royalty and actors for a moment. The Crown season 5. They've cast Dominic West to be Prince Charles, right?
Yes.
And it turns out his son is going to be the teenage Prince William.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna traumatize the kid.
I'm really hoping that their off-screen relationship is better than what I assume. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But.
And still about British people that wear crowns or wore crowns. Helen Mirren, the Queen, is gonna get a SAG Award, Lifetime Achievement on the next edition of the ceremony.
Yeah. So good for her. Well deserved. She has played both Queen Elizabeths on more than one occasion.
Yeah. I only saw The Crown.
She played, there's this great HBO film, I think it's just called Elizabeth, where she plays Elizabeth
Catherine.
the First.
She was Catherine the...
Yes, Catherine the Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, great actress.
Yes.
Has certainly achieved a lot in her lifetime.
Yeah. And I guess that's it for this week. On the set of Spider-Man, Willem Dafoe had to be covered to get in and get out, so nobody would see him. So there's a lot of mysteries, and as you said, some of the stuff we saw in the trailer might be bait and switch. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, mostly bait.
Yeah.
Just because it seems like some of these things were so obvious. Like, it makes me wonder if they did it on purpose just to generate like so much buzz and.
I would
excitement.
be happily surprised if that's the case.
Yeah.
I doubt it, because what we see these days at the trailer show way too much.
Sure.
Even like Ghostbusters, even there was like the great movie with a decent trailer. I still think there's some stuff that's like I wish they didn't show it.
Yeah.
It would be.
It's true. It's true. But if someone, I think a clever marketing person could come up with something like that.
Yeah.
Throw in some of those, like. Yeah. Anyway.
But it's like Star Wars. Remember when the new Star Wars movies are coming around?
Yeah.
They called the last one The Rise. No, The Last Jedi. Or whatever.
The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping that something like Lucas did with Revenge of the Sith, would happen. The marketing for one movie with one name, and then when you go and the name pops, is a different name. Yeah, I still dream that some people would do that, but it's like there's copyright involved. They probably never gonna do that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh well.
That's it for this week. We see you next week for more pop culture news and for our Thanksgiving edition. So global, and may the force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Bye.